Welcome to Danum Valley in Malaysian Borneo. This ancient rainforest spans 130 million years. Towering dipterocarp trees create a vertical, humid ecosystem. Survival here requires extreme biological adaptation. The rhinoceros hornbill acts as the forest overseer. Its hollow orange casque amplifies harsh warning calls. As a frugivore, it distributes vital seeds constantly. Below it, a troop of proboscis monkeys feeds. The dominant male boasts a large, pendulous nose. This chamber projects up to 1 mile. These monkeys consume highly toxic mangrove and forest leaves. A specialized multi-chambered stomach neutralizes deadly botanical poisons. They navigate the high canopy with supreme confidence. But an apex predator shares this exact altitude. The canopy harbors a perfectly camouflaged assassin. Meet the Sunda Clouded Leopard, an arboreal ghost. Heart-shaped rosettes disrupt his 50-pound silhouette. He is the undisputed king of this vertical realm. His biological weapons are scientifically astonishing. A powerful bite force guarantees instant spinal severing. He targets the feeding proboscis monkey troop. The hunt demands Nern's total silence and absolute precision. He ascends the mossy dipterocarp tree effortlessly. Retractable claws grip the wet bark securely. A long tail provides flawless gyroscopic balance. He closes the distance to 50 feet. The monkey troop remains entirely unaware of death. Suddenly, the hornbill sounds a deafening alarm call.
The proboscis monkeys scatter in sheer panic.
But the clouded leopard possesses a terrifying advantage. He begins climbing, head first down the vertical trunk. His highly specialized ankle joints rotate 180 degrees. This rare anatomical trait defies typical feline limitations. The mature male monkey hesitates on a ledge. The leopard spots the momentary weakness instantly. Hind legs compress with tremendous coiled kinetic energy. He launches his body across the humid void. It is a stunning 30-foot mid-air strike. 2-inch canines instantly crush the cervical vertebrae. The fatal ambush ends in mere seconds. Storing meat high prevents terrestrial theft. Blood drips onto the damp forest floor. A massive Asian water monitor catches the scent. This ancient reptile is the ultimate biological scavenger. It detects microscopic protein molecules miles away. This brutal cycle sustains the entire Borneo ecosystem. The Asian water monitor retreats into the swamp. Surviving monkeys huddle quietly in the highest branches. High above, the clouded leopard grooms his fur. He consumes roughly 10 pounds of raw meat. His physical adaptations represent millions of evolutionary years. Energy flows efficiently from apex predator to scavenger. The leopard blends perfectly back into the moss. Tomorrow demands another dangerous, gravity-defying hunt. The delicate balance of nature continues unabated. Life and death remain forever intertwined here. Danum Valley fades into the deep shadows. The wild heart of Borneo beats on. They are never truly alone here. Hemis National Park sits at 4,000 meters. The freezing air holds 40% less oxygen. Yet, life clings to these jagged slate cliffs. A herd of Himalayan blue sheep grazes peacefully. They move together as a tightly knit flock. Dozens of eyes constantly scan the steep ridges. Safety in numbers is their ultimate survival strategy. But they are never truly alone up here. High above, a solitary apex predator watches them. He is a massive male snow leopard. A distinct V-notch marks his right ear. He hunts entirely alone in this vast wilderness. Large nasal cavities warm the freezing mountain air. He commands a 50 square mile home range. Winter forces the sheep herd down the mountain. The solitary ghost must follow his only food. He begins his highly calculated, silent, downward descent. Wide paws act as natural padded snowshoes. He spreads his weight across the fragile ice. Below him, one young sheep strays slightly behind. The leopard zeroes in on this single target. His binocular vision calculates the 60-degree drop. The terrain is entirely composed of loose scree. One wrong step guarantees a fatal, catastrophic fall. He drops his white belly to the stone. He creeps forward with total, lethal, solitary silence. The gap closes to exactly 40 precarious feet. His dense muscles coil like tense steel springs. The sheep herd suddenly pauses its steady grazing. One sentinel sheep flicks an alert left ear. It is already too late for the straggler. The ghost explodes from the dark, rocky shadows. He accelerates down the sheer vertical rock face. £400 of force hits the target. A fatal, crushing bite severs the spinal cord. The breathless, solitary hunt is finally over now. He drags the heavy carcass to a cave. But blood scent travels fast on alpine winds. A huge Himalayan griffon vulture circles high above. It waits patiently for its grim scavenging turn. Below, a solitary red fox approaches very quietly. Its thick auburn coat protects against biting winds. The lone fox will scavenge the frozen scraps. Nothing is ever wasted in this harsh ecosystem. The biological food chain remains perfectly, viciously balanced. This single kill sustains him for 12 days. The leopard guards his hard-earned prize fiercely. He bares his fangs at the solitary fox. The sun dips below the snow-capped peaks. Temperatures plummet to -20 degrees Celsius fast. The mountain returns to eternal, unforgiving, dark silence. The leopard rests his weary chin on paws. It efficiently traps body heat against the cold. He remains the solitary master of this realm. He wraps his thick tail around his face. He will easily endure the long, freezing night. Evolution perfectly engineered him for this brutal isolation. The ghost of the Himalayas silently lives on. The Zambezi riverbank bakes under brutal sun. The Zambezi riverbank bakes under brutal sun. Heat radiates from the scorched earth. Survival here demands absolute resilience. A massive Nile crocodile guards her legacy. She protects exactly 12 leathery eggs. Her prehistoric armor is nearly impenetrable. She boasts a crushing bite force. £5,000 per square inch. Very few creatures would dare approach. But the African bush breeds audacity. Enter the fearless honey badger. A stocky mammal with boundless aggression. He seeks a high-protein meal today. His metabolism runs incredibly fast. He climbs the steep, sandy embankment. He spots the hidden excavated crater. The crocodile senses his heavy footsteps. She opens her jaws in silent threat. The badger does not care at all. He possesses incredibly thick, loose skin. It protects him from lethal bites. The The standoff begins in the dust. He steps into the danger zone. The reptile strikes with terrifying speed. The badger dodges the fatal blow. He lunges straight toward the nest. Absolute psychological dominance is fully displayed. He lunges straight toward the nest. He bites into a white egg. The shell cracks under his teeth. Sand flies into the dry air. Jaws snap shut like a steel trap. He secures his rich, heavy prize. The badger fiercely growls back. He backs away with the egg. The raid creates absolute chaos. The scent of yolk fills the air. Opportunists are always watching nearby. Two yellow-billed kites circle above. Three Nile monitors wait in ambush. These lizards crave unguarded eggs. The riverbank ecosystem is fully connected. One violent act feeds many mouths. The mother crocodile fiercely resets. She covers the remaining vulnerable clutch. She snaps at a creeping monitor. Order is violently restored here. His audacious gamble paid off completely. Size does not always dictate victory. Armor can be bypassed by attitude. Nature favors the relentlessly bold. This badger refuses to ever yield. He rests his heavily muscled frame. Shadows stretch across the dry riverbank. She will not sleep tonight. The wilderness is brutally unforgiving. Only the highly aggressive truly thrive. The river flows quietly onward. Tomorrow brings another brutal battle. Dawn breaks over the Ngorongoro crater. Life thrives in this enclosed arena. Blue wildebeest graze the endless green plains. But they are never truly alone here. Shadows move through the tall, dew-soaked grass. A matriarch watches her domain closely. She bears the scars of countless battles. Her clan depends on her fierce leadership. She holds the highest rank among them. Her torn ear tells a violent story. Survival here demands absolute, brutal loyalty. The morning air suddenly grows perfectly still. A dark-maned king patrols the caldera floor. He is a solitary engine of destruction. The wildebeest herd senses his heavy steps. Panic ripples through the dense grazing ranks. The lion lowers his massive, heavy head. His amber eyes lock onto a target. Muscles coil tight beneath his golden coat. The matriarch sees the king moving in. She signals her sisters with a chuff. They will wait for the perfect moment. Chaos erupts on the grassy crater floor. The lion launches his massive, brutal strike. Dust explodes into the dry morning air. Hooves thunder against the trembling volcanic earth. The king drags down a struggling wildebeest. His jaws crush the thick windpipe shut. The dust settles around the fresh kill. But the matriarch is already mobilizing them. Low whoops echo across the vast plain. The clan emerges from the tall grass. They outnumber the lone male 10 to 1. The king roars a terrifying, deep warning. The ground shakes with his raw power. The matriarch does not retreat an inch. She bares her bloody teeth right back. Her raised tail signals an absolute attack. The clan surges forward in strict unison. A haunting whoop pierces the heavy, tense air. They nip at the angry lion's flanks. He spins wildly to defend his prize. Another hyena bites his hind leg hard. The psychological harassment is utterly relentless now. He strikes out with massive, heavy claws. The matriarch dodges the lethal, heavy blow. She counters with a bone-crushing jaw snap. The king realizes he cannot win this. Exhausted, he abandons the stolen, bloody carcass. The Dark King retreats into the brush. The sisterhood claims their rightful bloody prize. Sickening crunches echo as thick femurs break. They consume every single piece of bone. Nothing goes to waste in the crater. Lappet-faced vultures descend from the sky. They wait patiently for the leftover scraps. The ecological loop is complete once more. Scavengers cleanse the volcanic crater floor entirely. Blood stains the matriarch's faded dark spots. She rests near her fiercely loyal sisters. The brutal war has been won today. The clan grows stronger with every victory. The lion licks his bleeding deep wounds. He must hunt again to survive here. The crater forgives no one at all. The sun begins to set over Ngorongoro. Golden light paints the ancient high walls. Mist clings to the ancient volcanic walls. The matriarch surveys her kingdom once again. Her unbreakable sisterhood stands united and strong. They laugh in the face of death. The throne of the savannah is theirs. True power lies in numbers and unity. The wild remains completely and beautifully untamed. This is the law of the earth. Welcome to the Florida Everglades in North America. Welcome to the Florida Everglades in North America. Decaying sawgrass continually releases tannins into freshwater sloughs. This organic decay creates a tannic brown ecosystem. These highly acidic waters conceal ancient biological secrets. The roseate spoonbill acts as an avian sentry. It sweeps a spatulate bill through the mud. Specialized tactile receptors detect hidden crustaceans for protein. Beneath this acidic surface lies the apex predator. The American alligator flawlessly dictates the ecosystem balance. Charcoal black scutes armor his massive 12-foot body. A missing upper right tooth proves past battles. Algae-stained yellow eyes provide superior low-light vision capabilities. He easily holds his breath for several hours. A specialized heart valve reroutes his blood flow. Bypassing the lungs saves precious cellular oxygen underwater. The swamp chorus throbs with deafening cicada vibrations. A dark brown marsh rabbit enters the primary habitat. This specific primary prey plays a crucial role. They convert abundant plant biomass into predator energy. Unusually short, rounded ears minimize severe heat loss. This thermal adaptation allows prolonged swimming in water. Water-slicked hind legs propel this semi-aquatic target forward. The alligator utilizes sensitive, integumentary sensory organs immediately. These black facial bumps detect microscopic water vibrations. They instantly map the location of swimming prey. This sensory array outperforms lateral lines in fish. He sinks flawlessly below the glassy water surface. Compressing his lungs achieves perfect negative aquatic buoyancy. The distance between the predator and prey shrinks. The marsh rabbit frantically paddles across the channel. The alligator stalks silently through the green sawgrass. Ambush predators strictly conserve energy for explosive attacks. The rabbit nears the muddy shoreline edge safely. Fast twitch muscle fibers trigger terrifying forward lunging speed. The marsh rabbit cannot escape this vice grip. The predator immediately initiates the legendary death roll. Conical crocodilian teeth cannot physically shear raw meat. Sheer biomechanical rotational force tears the flesh apart. Subsonic bellowing loudly announces his successful territorial kill. The apex predator absorbs vital calories for winter. This violent act directly supports the wider ecosystem. The scent of biological remains drifts downstream rapidly. Its leathery, olive-green carapace cuts the tannic water. Mapping the scent. This specific species serves as an aquatic scavenger. It eagerly consumes the discarded animal protein remnants. Eating decaying meat prevents toxic swamp bacterial blooms. The turtle effectively recycles nutrients, purifying stagnant water. The delicate Everglades food chain remains perfectly intact, predators and scavengers maintain strict aquatic biological health. Absolutely nothing is wasted in this wetland biome. The biological nutrient loop closes until tomorrow morning. Golden solar rays paint the pristine wetland landscape. The roseate spoonbill flies above the bald cypresses. The Florida Everglades represents a living time capsule. It preserves a brutal but perfectly balanced world. The alligator thermoregulates on a muddy clay bank. Charcoal armor absorbs fading infrared solar radiation efficiently. This cold-blooded king outlived the dominant dinosaurs completely. Tree frogs begin their nocturnal, pulsating acoustic chorus. The environment dictates strict evolutionary rules right here. Only highly adapted biological machines survive this swamp. It remains a beautiful, unforgiving, and wild kingdom. The armored Leviathan slowly closes his yellow eyes. He patiently awaits the warmth of tomorrow's sunrise. Tree frogs begin their nocturnal, pulsating acoustic chorus. The tannic river of grass flows on eternally. Nature always preserves her perfect, delicate ecological balance. African savanna is entirely unforgiving. Dry, cracked earth bakes under grey skies. Here, survival demands absolute perfection. Exactly one African leopard stalks the brush. A troop of chakma baboons forages ahead. They are highly social and deeply bonded. The feline calculates a swift, brutal strike. His ambush is a blur of teeth. The primates do not run away. They freeze, assessing the fallen troop member. A perfect circle of fury surrounds him. Two-inch canines flash in the dim light. A perfect circle of fury surrounds him. The leopard snarls at the tightening ring. He cannot protect his hard-earned kill. Primate intelligence counters feline muscle mass. His solitary strength is completely neutralized. Chaos echoes across the arid prairie. Opportunists hear the aggressive warning barks. Exactly 3 spotted hyenas arrive nearby. They wait for a catastrophic feline mistake. Hyena jaws can crush thick bone easily. High above, dark shadows begin to circle. Exactly 2 lappet-faced vultures watch closely. Death provides for the entire harsh ecosystem. The leopard breathes heavily in the dust. Amber eyes dart nervously in all directions. baboons press their overwhelming tactical advantage. He abandons the bloody baboon carcass. In the heart of the dry season, survival takes a dark turn. 20 baboons encircle their own fallen kind, driven by raw, aggressive instinct. He leaves his prized meal behind entirely. The hyenas immediately rush the abandoned meat. They tear into the flesh with frenzy. The vultures descend from the grey sky. The food chain reclaims the fallen primate. The baboon troop regroups in the grass. They groom each other to lower stress. Social bonds repair the trauma of loss. The collective is the ultimate survival weapon. Unified courage conquers isolated physical strength. The baboons march forward as one family. They survived the apex killer today. The eternal cycle of life continues unbroken.